With Disney's Animal Kingdom celebrating its 20th anniversary this year in April, let's assess what Disney have rumoured to be coming to that park in the next 10 years, up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast, and you know what, today let's just get right into it. So the first thing to understand about Disney's Animal Kingdom is, considering it's just had a major land open last year with Pandora, the world of Avatar, it's unlikely that they're going to be receiving any big major changes come to that park in the immediate future, as Walt Disney World Resort tend to update their parks on a cyclical basis. With Animal Kingdom getting an awful lot of attention in 2017, Disney is now focusing on completing its major rejuvenation in the next 18 months of Disney's Hollywood studios. Then Disney will turn their focus toward the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, ready for the 50th anniversaries of those parks. But that doesn't mean that Disney don't have big plans for Disney's Animal Kingdom within the next 10 years. But I must caution at the very beginning, projecting this far out into the future can be somewhat difficult, as we all know that Disney can change their mind on plans from time to time. But often when we hear strong rumours about a specific topic, quite often than not, something is going to happen. So the strongest rumours about Animal Kingdom's future have all been pointing to the replacement of Dinoland USA's section of the park. As since we last covered this topic in August of 2017, some other interesting tidbits have been rumoured. But what exactly will be replacing this section of the park is nowhere near confirmed yet. However, quite a few insiders have stated that Indiana Jones is a popular contender that is still on the table in terms of coming to this area of the park, as the plan as it stands at the moment would include not ripping out Dinoland altogether, but instead tweaking and retheming it around Indiana Jones and the archaeological aspect of those movies. And it's even been noted that Disney CEO Bob Iger has very high hopes to reboot the Indiana Jones franchise with the 5th installment that's going to be directed by Steven Spielberg, that's coming in July of 2020. And with Indiana Jones being a proven intellectual property within the Disney parks that is extremely popular, it's pretty much expected that Disney will use this brand somehow, especially considering that Bob Iger has now committed to staying on as CEO until 2021. But as previously stated here on DSNY Newscast last year, the rumours still indicate that Dinosaur, which was formerly Countdown to Extinction, will be rethemed to a different, slightly altered version of the Indiana Jones ride that we see in Disneyland Resort in California and Tokyo Disney Sea in Japan. Then we come to the more dubious and outlandish rumours for the Dinorama and Dinoland section of Animal Kingdom, as there are only rumblings at the moment of the Primeval Whirl and Triceratops Spin area being completely taken out and replaced with an e-ticket attraction that could possibly be a water attraction of some sort. But either way you look at it, Disney is seriously considering drastically improving the guest appeal of this section of the park, as with Pandora, the world of Avatar, pulling people over to the west side of the Animal Kingdom park, Disney realised that they need something major in terms of a new land to balance out the park in the long run. So whilst we're speaking about Pandora, there were rumours last year that Disney might be considering a possible land expansion for Pandora, the world of Avatar, which isn't completely out of the realm of possibility, as Disney will soon own the Avatar franchise when the Fox deal finally goes through, and if the other 4 Avatar sequels do amazing business, Disney will surely be looking at a future development in this area of the park, as they have left an opening for an expansion space here within the land. But the one rumour which I personally feel has absolutely no chance of happening within the next 10 years at Animal Kingdom is the Zootopia themed land that is supposedly meant to go in the north section of the park, beyond the Rafiki's Planet Watch area. As you see, Disney parks nowadays tend to focus the new attractions and new lands on movie properties that are either part of a franchise or have sequels in the pipeline. Whereas despite Zootopia's massive success, making over $1 billion at the box office, we still haven't heard anything about a sequel. Point on all of this at Animal Kingdom is the immense power and importance of the Vice President of Creative at Imagineering, Joe Rody, and the impact impact that he has on all of this, as Disney's Animal Kingdom was Rody's original idea, and he has been with the park ever since. And we know from his previous comments that he's not a massive fan of forcing unnatural IPs into Disney parks such as Animal Kingdom, whereas in the case of Pandora: The World of Avatar, it was focused more on the preservation side of things, and with the possibility of Indiana Jones themes section, it could easily focus in on the mythological side of that franchise, which wouldn't be too dissimilar to how Disney handled the Expedition Everest and the Yeti. And in terms of a potential timeline for all of this, it's somewhere within the 2023 timeframe, which makes sense as it's just a year or so after the massive celebration for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World Resort. Anyways, enough of that, now let's move on to a piece of news which was revealed about the upcoming Disney Skyliner service. As it was reported at a public meeting for the Reedy Creek Improvement District in Orlando, that the budget for the construction and electrical work on the Disney Skyliner will be $3.8 million, with there only being one bid from a company called Carter Electric. But the really interesting thing here is that they said that this work could be completed as soon as October of this year. So that gives us a rough idea of an expected opening date, but more than likely work could be delayed, with the opening being sometime in the early part of 2019, which means it will definitely be open and in operation for Galaxy's Edge. Oh, and very quickly about Galaxy's Edge, we've got some other very interesting bits of news about Galaxy's Edge, but we'll go into that a little bit more in depth next week, as for the last 2 or 3 weeks we've been talking about Galaxy's Edge or Star Wars in some form, so we'll do it next week instead. But anyways, lastly for today, we've received permits that are telling us that the site preparation and construction on the TRON attraction at the Magic Kingdom is set to begin very soon, which will be within this exact area of the park at the back of the Tomorrowland Speedway. But we should be hearing a little bit more about Tomorrowland later on this year, as there is more concept art which hasn't been released yet, which shows the future of the Tomorrowland Speedway's theming. But now, it's over to you, Waltoniers. I would like to know your very best suggestions for what Disney could bring to Disney's Animal Kingdom as a major pulling factor. But the one caveat here is it has to be realistic in terms of fitting within the park. And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp of where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion down below in the comment section, which is a little timestamp to go along with your comment, to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to this Waltonier here for winning with this suggestion from the previous video, where we were talking all about Toy Story 4 and what's happening with that movie that's going to be coming out supposedly next year. So that's it for today. Go ahead and subscribe down below as always. If you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon if you haven't already, and also if you give this video a massive thumbs up, it really does help this channel out, so if you could do that, that really is greatly appreciated. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.